Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gamer channel. We're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guide series today. And we're going to be taking a look at another of the dungeons that was revised in patch 6.1, the Praetorium. Now, this dungeon was reduced from an 8-man group to a 4-man and is much quicker. Now this is one of the main scenario missions, so the cutscenes are still unskippable, so I'm going to cut them here as you'll be forced to watch them in your own playthrough. When it starts off, there will just be a group of 4 that you'll need to pick up an AoE down. After those 4 are dead, then you'll proceed over to the Magitech terminal and click it to proceed to the next area. In this area will be a group of 5. Now in the next area, there will be a constant stream of circular AoEs on the platform that you'll have to watch out for, along with the Magitech Reapers shooting out large circular AoEs targeted at different party members. So you'll want to just pick them up. You can AoE them down, kill them all faster, but there's going to be a lot of movement in this section. A few of the smaller units also have cone AoEs that you can watch out for also. Now after both groups are dead, you'll proceed into the next area, clicking the Magitech Transporter to go to the final area before the boss, where you'll have to enjoy another cutscene. For the first boss, when you pick him up, you'll want to face him away from the rest of the group. He is a Colossus type unit, so he does have some frontal cone AoEs. Cerulean Vent is going to do party-wide damage that will just need to be healed through. When he rushes to the center of the room and begins casting Prototype Laser Alpha, this is going to put 4 circular AoEs that will then expand into 4 more circular AoEs, so you'll just want to stand in the gap of these. The second time he rushes to the center of the platform, he'll do Prototype Laser Beta. This is going to do a circular AoE on all party members, so you'll just want to spread out. I'll follow this up with another Cerulean Vent. And then another Prototype Laser Alpha. After your boss is dead, you'll click the Magitech terminal to go to the next area. In this section, you'll go over to the Magitech armor and click it to pilot one of the armor suits. This will change your hotbars to where you have a circular AoE as your number 1 ability or your circle ability on controller, and then number 2 is a line in front of you that'll hit everyone with a little less damage, and that'll be your X on controller. So as you proceed through, most of the time you'll use the circular AoE as it'll hit all of them. Once everything's dead, then the door will open up to allow you to proceed to the next area. In this area, as you proceed along, there will be arms that will come out of the different pipings that you'll have to destroy to proceed to the next portion. After you defeat all 4 sets of arms, then you'll just focus down the Cement Blast door. After the cutscene, you'll just have a short walk to the next area where you have to watch another cutscene. When you pick up Nero, you'll want to keep him in the center of the platform. Spine Shatter is his tank buster that you'll just want to pop a tank cooldown to help reduce the damage some. It does have a small AoE around it also, so make sure that you're not near the rest of your party. When you cast Augmented Shatter, this is going to do a group up mechanic that everyone will want to group to split the damage for. Iron Uprising will be a small cone AoE that is centered on the tank, so you'll just need to move out of this. When you cast Activate, he will summon a Magitech Death Claw on the outside of the platform. This claw will tether to one party member and begin moving towards them. If they reach the party member, then they will kick them a far distance away, possibly knocking them into the electric field on the outside. At the same time, Nero will go to one of the sides of the platform and begin channeling a very large cone AoE. So you'll want to move to the sides of him to get out of this. When he goes to the center of the platform and casts Augmented Suffering, you either want to use your knockback resistant ability or get as close to him as possible to avoid being knocked into the electric field on the outside. He'll follow this up with another Augmented Shatter, so you'll need to group up as soon as possible after the knockback. Followed up with a Wheel of Suffering, which is going to be a circular AoE around him, so you'll just want to move away. Shortly after this, he'll do another Iron Uprising, so the tank will just need to sidestep, before doing another Activate and very large cone AoE combo. After this fight, you'll just proceed over to the next area and activate the Magitech Terminal, which again will cause another cutscene. For the final fight, you'll be against Gaius. When you pick him up, again just face him away from the group. Harita Bella is going to do party-wide damage that will need to be healed through. When he moves to the center of the room and says "Taste my blade," he'll summon 3 cross-shaped AoEs that will fire off lines in the direction that they are pointing, so everyone will want to make sure they're on the opposite side of the boss. When you cast Phantasmata, this will summon 5 copies of him that will each launch an AoE across the platform in a line in front of them, so you'll want to just stand in the gaps between them. Innocence is the tank buster that does have a AoE to it, so make sure that no one else is in front of the boss with the tank. Festina Lente is going to be his group up mechanic that you'll just want to stack on top of each other to split the damage. He'll follow this up with Ductus, which is going to summon 3 sets of large circular AoEs that will move across the platform in a set pattern. You'll want to stand towards whichever side has the AoE that is exploding last, and after the outside AoEs explode, then you'll move towards the outside and allow the middle one to pass. After this, he'll rush to the center of the room and do another Phantasmata, so you'll want to stand in between the gaps of the clones. At the same time, he'll do another Festina Lente, so make sure that you're grouping up to split this damage. he gets down to less than his last 10% HP, then he'll start channeling a AoE in the center of the room and building his blade energy. At the same time, he'll summon 4 Phantom Gaius that will need to be focused down. As long as these are alive, then he'll continue to build blade energy. During this, he'll also use Phantasmata, so you'll need to watch out for the line AoEs, along with Dectus to make sure that you're avoiding the circular AoEs as they move across the platform. You can also use Hand of the Empire, which will put a circular AoE on all party members. After all 4 clones of Gaius are destroyed, then he'll do a AoE to the entire party that will damage you based on how much blade energy he had built up. After this, he'll only have to finish off his last little bit of HP, and that will be it for the Praetorium. I hope this helped everyone out. If it did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.